Welcome back to Football Tactic Zone, your daily stop for all the latest football drama, transfer bombshells, and match headlines from around the globe. From Messi's heartbreak in the US, to Liverpool splashing insane cash on Isak, plus big moves across Europe, we've got it all covered. Let's dive right in. Messi falls short of silverware. Inter Miami were crushed in the League Cup 2025 final, losing 3-0 to the Seattle Sounders. Lionel Messi's dream of lifting another trophy in the U.S. ended painfully as Seattle ran riot. Goals came from Osés de Rosario in the 26th minute, Alex Roldan in the 84th, and Paul Rothrock in the 89th to seal Miami's fate. Huge congratulations to the Sounders. They completely owned the night. Liverpool have just gone insane in the transfer market. The Reds have officially agreed a deal for Alexander Isak from Newcastle United worth a total of £130 million. Liverpool will directly pay £125 million, while the rest comes from solidarity payments. This makes Isak the most expensive signing in Liverpool's history, smashing the previous record of Florian Wirtz's £116 million move. A massive gamble, but could Isak be the striker to finally fire Liverpool back to glory? In France, Hugo Ekitike finally gets his dream call-up. The Paris Saint-Germain forward was added to Didier Deschamps' squad for World Cup 2026 qualifiers against Ukraine and Iceland after Ryan Cherki of Manchester City was ruled out injured. Ekitike wasn't in the original 23-man squad, but now has the perfect chance to prove himself on the international stage. Erling Haaland just smashed another record. The Manchester City superstar is now officially the most productive player in his first 100 Premier League appearances, with a jaw-dropping 88 goals. That puts him ahead of legends like Ruud van Nistelrooy and Alan Shearer. Love him or hate him, Haaland is rewriting history in England at an absurd pace. Over in the Netherlands, it was a bittersweet farewell for Calvin Verdonk. The defender played his final game for NEC Nijmegen before sealing a move to Lille in France. Sadly, his send-off ended in a 1-0 defeat to Fortuna Sittard. Reports suggest Lille paid around €3 million to secure his signature. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich are plotting a move for RB Leipzig striker Lois Openda. But here's the catch. Openda would only be a backup option behind Harry Kane. Will the Belgian striker accept a bench role at the Allianz Arena? Not an easy decision for a player of his caliber. In Germany, Erik ten Hag is already under fire at Bayer Leverkusen. Yes, you heard that right. After just 2 Bundesliga games, pressure is mounting with performances falling way below expectations. Whispers around the club suggest Leverkusen's board may not wait too long before making a drastic decision. From London to France, West Ham defender Naif Aguerd is set for a move to Marseille. The Moroccan center-back has agreed a 4-year deal, with Marseille paying €23 million to bring him back to Ligue 1. Another experienced Premier League defender heading to France's top flight. Over at Old Trafford, things are complicated again. Manchester United's dramatic 3-2 win over Burnley eased pressure on manager Ruben Amorim. But here's the twist. United's hierarchy now fear that Amorim himself could walk away, potentially, leaving without financial compensation. An unusual situation for a club that usually wields the axe first. Speaking of United, former Red Devil Victor Lindelof is back in the Premier League. The Swedish defender has joined Aston Villa on a free transfer after leaving Old Trafford. Medicals are done, and he's set to sign a 2-year deal with an option for a third. A smart pickup for Unai Emery's side. At Chelsea, manager Enzo Maresca is already raving about new signing Alejandro Garnacho. The winger, signed from Manchester United, will be a key weapon in one-on-one situations, according to Maresca. Expect Garnacho to light up Stamford Bridge with his pace and creativity. Chelsea's attack is also buzzing thanks to João Pedro. The Brazilian striker says he already feels at home at Stamford Bridge and has hit the ground running with goals and strong performances. Chelsea may finally have found the firepower they've been missing. Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner is full of praise for his team's start to the season. Palace lifted the Community Shield and secured a spot in the Conference League group stage. Glasner says those achievements set the perfect tone heading into the international break. Trouble for Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. The champions slipped to a shock 2-1 defeat at Brighton in Premier League Week 3. Guardiola admitted his team forgot how to play after conceding The wounds from last season's struggles still seem to haunt City, with similar lapses already creeping back in. Over at Newcastle, new signing Nick Woltmade has been tipped to add a fresh dimension to their attack. His creativity around the box could ease the burden on Isak. Though with Liverpool swooping in for the Swede, Newcastle may have just triggered a transfer domino effect. In Italy, Atlanta have been dealt a big blow. Midfielder Ederson will miss around 2 months with a meniscus injury, sidelining him until mid-October at the earliest. A massive setback for Atlanta's Serie A campaign. Elsewhere, striker Mehdi Taremi has officially joined Olympiacos from Inter Milan in a deal worth around €2 million. The Iranian forward wanted regular minutes and Champions League football, making Greece the ideal destination for his next chapter. Juventus also made headlines with striker Dusan Vlahovic silencing his doubters. The Serbian hitman scored the only goal in a crucial win over Genoa, proving his focus remains fully on delivering for the Bianconeri despite constant summer transfer rumors. And Juve weren't done. They also completed the signing of Eden Zagrova from Lille for €20 million. The Kosovo international links up again with his former teammate Jonathan David. Zagrova is expected to finalize the move in Turin by Monday night. At Barcelona, Hansi Flick provided an update on young midfielder Marc Bernal, who is recovering from injury. Flick says Bernal has made big progress and is stronger than last season, but the club will be cautious not to rush him back too soon. And that wraps up today's edition of Football Tactics Zone. From Messi's heartbreak in the US to Liverpool's record-breaking move for Isak, plus chaos in Germany and drama in Italy, it's been another wild day in world football. Stay tuned for more daily updates right here. See you in the next one.